into another episode of the Life with Shine podcast. This is your girl, Drika Shine, here, coming to you with another episode. And I'm super excited to speak about this information that I'm going to share today because I feel like it's something important to speak about and to kind of, you know, uh, educate and inform people on because I feel that, you know, it is important for us to understand how to, see manifesting from different ways. And as you can see by the title, this is all about how divestors are great at manifesting. And the interesting thing about it is that I wanted to kind of touch on the fact that, as y'all know, as a mindset, a business coach and brand coach, I speak heavily on investing in yourself. And I feel like that is a very, very important part of you growing, you up leveling, and you really upgrading your life over and over again. However, as with any and everything, there is always a duality to it. And so I kind of want to kind of bring that perspective on divestors and how divestors actually move and think in the way of how they are manifesting, because divestors understand that, you know um, that they have a responsibility to their own life and the life that they want to create for themselves. And they know that it is on them to make it happen. So divestors are willing to do what is necessary in order to align themselves and put themselves in the proper environments that can support them in creating their desired reality. So, divestors, because they understand that, you know, everything is frequency, vibration, and energy, they understand that they have to understand the laws of the universe and understand that their life, their dreams, their goals, it's all on them. It's on you to make it happen, right? And so what divestors do is they're willing to outgrow anyone or anything in order to move into their next timeline or their next level. And I feel like this is important to talk about because, divestors understand that, there's going to be people on the journey that you're going to meet. And, some people are going to be temporary. And even though there are people that I feel will be in your life for a lifetime, I think divestors also understand the importance of being alone, or even maybe even separation. They understand the fact that having space between time of, contact with someone, even if they're supposed to be in your life forever, is also important to manifesting. So it's just knowing that, when you have to, put all of your time and energy into your own goals and your own vision and your own dreams, and, protecting your peace, protecting your energy. And that comes with you understanding when it's time to pull back from certain situations or people or places. And, this is what makes divestors great at manifesting, because, they're willing to have experiences and understand that when something no longer serves them, they're willing to make the changes to either cut it off or let it go. Um, and sometimes even block people if necessary for their own peace, because they understand that their energy is their currency. And so you protecting your energy from people who only wants to maybe even take from you, or who, you maybe outgrown certain habits and things, you know, and you're like, hey, I'm just no longer into these interests, and you no longer have a common interest together. So you're like, I no longer do this, and I'm no longer want this influence around me. So I don't want to put myself in these situations with people. So divestors understand, like, they're willing to do the necessary things to make sure that they protect their next timeline or their future, right? Because they understand that they have to continuously focus on leveling up. So, and we're always creating our future in the now, based off our choices, our actions, our decisions that we're making, the things that we're doing. And so when you actually take your growth serious, when you are someone who value your time and energy, you do not waste your time and energy on things that does not benefit you. And so divestors are great at being able to manage their energy and their input on what they put their focus on or their attention on. And so this is important when it comes to you creating your life, because I think a lot of people will get hung up on titles and, let's say in labels of, like, let's say, family and friends, right? People that are close to you or in your inner circle. Um, you may feel some kind of obligation at first to be around them because you've known them or grown up with them. But as you become an adult, you are 100% responsible for your well-being. And divestors are good at discerning and understanding the different influences they have around them, because, like, you guys know, when you have what they say, the sum of the five people that are around you, you know those energies matter, right? The people you surround yourself with matter. The influences you have around you matter. So divestors are good at, like, are saying, like, hey, this person gossips, this person is just not healthy, or this person just doesn't really align with, you know, what I want to create for myself and my future. So I just choose to engage with them accordingly, or not at all, right? So that's how divestors think, right? And the thing about it is, divestors also know that, like, not everyone is going to be okay with you choosing yourself, but it's something that you must do anyway, because you must choose you. So, there are some people who won't always like that you will do what's best for you, especially when you maybe have contributed your energy or your time or your resources or something in some way that benefit them, and then when they no longer are reaping that benefit based off how they respond to that will determine if there's someone that you can really continue to keep around, because you have to just know and use discernment, because you know that something is not good for you. You can feel it, you know it, you can sense it. And divestors are just good at understanding that they would rather be alone than to be around people that are not healthy or nourishing, or supportive, or uplifting, right? Because think about it, I mean, as you grow and mature, do you really want a friend group around you that constantly gossips, that's constantly in drama, keeping up mess, that has poor ways of thinking, poor mindset and behaviors, just really things that does not really help you really evolve and grow, or help you guys build um something that's successful. So divestors are great at knowing, like, hey, you know we may have been great in this season as friends, but this no longer works for me. And they're willing to outgrow anyone as they see fit, because they understand that this is their journey, right? This is your journey. You have to be 100% responsible for how you are managing your life, and who you are around, the people you are choosing. Okay? And that's another thing, because divestors are really great at taking accountability, right? They understand that they have a choice. They have options. And that's the thing, right? Like, you have options. You divestors know that they want to create the life that they want. They're not going to settle for one that someone's telling them they should have. They are willing to create the life they want by actually doing the things that they need to do to make it happen. And so it's just how you perceive your future and what it is that you want for yourself, and then seeing what is a match for that, right? And putting yourself in that, around those people, places, and things to support you. So this is where we talk about, your environment matters. It absolutely matters. It matters who you are around. It matters, where you live, the spaces you put your place where you work, just the places that you go or you frequent. It matters where you know where you shop, or what you do, because it's all a reflection of what it is that you are creating. And this definitely stems down to um your own self-worth, right? Because divestors know that they can have anything they want. Right? And this is what makes them very powerful manifestors, because they understand they can have anything they want, and they go get it. So and they are willing to protect their abundance, and and they can feel and sense when things just are not for them, people are not for them. Even like in public too, guys, like, divestors are really great at knowing who to speak to and who not to speak to. Like, this is a real thing. Like, they divestors are really great at being very selective, right? And this has a lot to do with vibrational resonance. So being able to actually be a match and selective on what they are choosing, and being intentional on what they are choosing, to say, hey, does this match my future? Does this match how I view me? Like, and then they also know how to self correct too, right? Because let's say, someone does seem to come off, you know, what is it? They come off to be a good person from the beginning, right? So divestors are great at like giving things time. They don't attach to things very easily. They give things time to develop and to grow and to reveal, what is real. Like they really take their time when it comes to, developing connections or genuine friendships and relationships, because they understand that they want something of substance and of depth. And they also know that, not everyone can meet them there. And so those who can, they understand that that's a process and that takes time. So another thing that divestors are really great at is understanding, like, when people show you who they are, like if someone does something right away that does not um that reveals that they're not healthy, divestors are really great at protecting themselves. Like, they're not going to give people multiple chances to do things to them, right? That are just not cool, or that is just not in alignment with them. Like, they will check that and do what is necessary to make sure that no one throws them off, from their their own destiny and their own life and their own goals and dreams, right? They're good on picking up people's intentions and, what people, you know, uh, I guess underlying expectations are. And so they have a good gauge on what is for them and what's not. And this is because the investors are great at, you know, willing to be alone. They enjoy their own company enough to know that anyone that comes into their space or their energy, and if it doesn't feel right, they trust that. They trust themselves enough to know that this is not for me, and I don't want to engage, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, right? So divestors know that, like, they understand how to just move in a way where, you know, they just align with people who are healthy, because they have done the work and they are not willing to let anyone come and just, mishandle that. So this was what I feel, will help you guys to see, like, how you can improve or share, new ways of being, because, this is just another way for you to look at how to manifest. And it's just more like knowing that sometimes you have to pull back or leave things behind, or just stop things completely, or, really just focus in on you and yourself and your energy, because that comes first. Like, divestors know that they are their main priority, and anything that's anything else really is a distraction. And so if it's like not beneficial, they know, like, okay, I don't want any distractions to try to deter me from, my destiny. They're very, very secure in themselves, right? And so, this is just important stuff, because, you know, you live and you learn and you grow and you evolve, and you understand that there are good people out here, there are good places out here, and you get to go and experience the life you want to have, and you get to go and create it. Like, and the thing about it is, what can hold a lot of people back from actually living that life, which I hope you don't do that, but this is the reality for some people. But divestors are really great at this, is that they understand that they're going to have to leave familiar people behind, familiar spirits. And that's what we're going to call it. Familiar spirits. And they understand that, and it just is what it is. So um, they are willing to be successful. They're willing to um, do what they need to do to be successful, and they do it in a way that it's pure and is healthy, because they're focused on themselves. They're not, you know, they're not doing anything crazy. They're not, trying to harm anyone, or, they also know that they remove themselves from those type of people who are harmful and unhealthy and just downright, not um, not good, not good for them. So, this is all about you protecting yourself, protecting your peace, protecting your well-being, and protecting your future, you know? So, that is how divestors are great at manifesting. I mean, they have a outlook that they know that they're secure with themselves. They have high self-love, which self-love is your protection. So, when you really love yourself, you you really do move like you love yourself, right? And so they don't just let anybody into their energy and their space. Like, they know that their energy is for them, and they're very much selective, and that's just really what it is. So I think that's what I wanted you guys to know about divestors. And I just want to say, trust yourself, and always prioritize your personal care, and your personal protection, and your needs, and your future, and your life, and your dreams, and your goals, and your destiny, because this is your life. And you get to create it and live it to the fullest, and you deserve that. And all you gotta do is act like it. So guys, just continue to level up and then upgrade your identity, which I actually will leave a link to my Upgrade Your Identity Masterclass, which is a great class, and you can purchase that to help you also get more insight on how to upgrade your identity over and over again. So, thank you guys for tuning in to the Life with Shine podcast. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.